Yo, what is good, YouTube? Maydubs here, back with another video, guys, and we have some more breaking news, highlights, observations from another day here at Atlanta Falcons training camp, including one of the biggest plays, one of the best plays I've ever seen by a rookie running back right here. Makes a tremendous grab, runs a tremendous route. And man, the Falcons are in for a baller here in Atlanta, man. This is going to be a fun video. This is going to be a fun season for Atlanta. And if you didn't just see that catch by Bijan Robinson, don't worry, it will come again. I'll show it again in this video. But man, he had a great day in this video. I'm going to break down everything that looked good, everything that looked bad, and what to expect from the Atlanta Falcons going into day 4 of training camp. Before we really get into the video, though, make sure you guys do me a big favor, guys. Hit that like button so we can get the video out to all the Atlanta Falcons fans around the world, so you guys are up to date with all the news and notes and highlights and everything like that. Subscribe to the channel so you can be notified every time I post a video about the Falcons or whatever. And I also am going to be live streaming games, including Falcons games. So if you want to come watch some Falcons games with me throughout the season, make sure you guys join the family. But without any further ado, let's get into today's video. Now, the number one thing I want to talk about was Bijan Robinson making the play of not only Falcons training camp, but probably in the entirety of NFL training camp around the United States right now. I mean, that play went viral. That play is going crazy. I mean, the route running on Troy Anderson, who, you know, is a good cover linebacker, it was spectacular. It was epic, if I'm going to say. It was legendary. And then the catch, the one-handed catch, the bobble, but he actually gets it. I think this is it right here. Boom, boom, just speed kills, and then look at this catch. One-handed, snags it. Wow, beautiful. I mean, you don't see that every day. So when you, that's a good catch right there by number 82. Who's number 82 real quick? Let me just make sure I got this right. 82 is Xavier Malone. Oh, we're going to talk a little bit about him later on in this video as well, but that was a great catch as well. Now, going on to the next thing of news that I want to tell you guys, Matt Hennessy. Now, he's a guard, I believe. He actually left the field early due to an injury, and the guy who stepped up for him was rookie Matthew Bijan. He a guy who got called up. There's another angle to catch right there. Absolutely epic out of Bijan Robinson. So Matt Bijan is the guy who they called up, and he was getting a lot of first-team reps yesterday in day 3. So that's something I want to make sure you guys know. He's a guy that they really rely on, and they think that he can be a big-time contributor on this offensive line. And I do think that, you know, Matt Hennessy going down lets Matthew Bijan maybe even steal this job from him going forward. But we'll see what happens. Another thing to note is the secondary looks extremely good. In yesterday's video, day 2, Clark Phillips was absolutely, you know, lights out as a rookie. Day 3, it was the same exact thing. The man came out on fire, making a ton of big plays on 7-on-7s, on 1-on-1s. He was just making plays all around the field. So he's a guy that, you know, you need to be on the lookout for, because he's a guy that could win the starting job ASAP. You also have Jeff Okudah, who they traded for. He looked good, but not only them two, the rest of the secondary just looked very, very impressive in day 3. We'll continue to see if they can, you know, continue to build some chemistry together. But right now, Clark Phillips and the secondary looks elite right now. I'm not gonna lie. Desmond Ridder started off a little bit slow in day 3, 11-on-11s, but then he finished kind of strong. I believe, you know, first couple of passes he started off slow, but then he started getting to rhythm there. That's exactly what you want to see out of a young quarterback who's getting, you know, his first opportunity to be a full-time starter in the offseason. So that's something that's very interesting and something to note going forward. Hopefully he can have more consistent days going forward. So we'll see how that happens there. You know, the run defense. Guys, the run defense is top tier. This is something we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks here. The run defense looks good. The pass defense looks good. And you ask me, you know, where's the holes on this defense? I don't know if there is any. I mean, when you look up and down this roster, this defense, they got a lot of brand new players. They pretty much overhauled this entire team. You got Calais Campbell, who's not even practicing yet. You got David Onyemata, Grady Jarrett, Bud Dupree. You know, you got Caden Ellis from New Orleans. You got Troy Anderson, a fast linebacker who, yes, he did get beat on that play with Bijan Robinson, but he's still a good player. You got Lorenzo Carter, the former New York Giant. You got A.J. Terrell, Jesse Bates from Cincinnati. I mean, they have a ton of talent here. Richie Grant, Jeff Okudah, Mike Hughes, Clark Phillips. Ton of guys. Man, they have a ton of guys here. I don't know if they have a hole in this defense. This might be a top 10 defense in the NFL next year if they can put it together. Now, a breakout guy that I really want to talk about here is Xavier Malone. He's a guy who is pretty young for the most part, a wide receiver towards the end of the depth chart. I believe he was an undrafted rookie this year, but he has all the talent in the world to make this roster. And he was that guy we were talking about earlier, number 82, that made that crazy catch in the back of the end zone. That was him. So we'll see if he can continue to make plays show up. But right now, he is off to a great start. And someone they think that could potentially actually make this roster. And I believe this is him right here, number 82, down the field, hand fighting, makes an incredible catch over Armstrong, which I believe his first name is Cornell. I don't really know, though. But big time play there by Xavier Malone. And overall, this team has looked good. Mac Hollins has looked good. Beef, dude. If you guys have seen Mac Hollins, that dude is ginormous right now. Built or put on a lot of muscle mass. So he's right here. He's massive human. So we'll see who their starting receivers will be at the start of the season. But right now, the offense looks good. The running backs look good. The defense looks incredible. We'll see how this offense continues to develop over the next couple of days here. But day 3 was definitely a success if you're a Falcons fan. Things are really, starting to amp up here in Atlanta, and I expect them only to get, better and more exciting as the days go on. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and check out this real quick sponsor segment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.